Hello, fans. I'm Keith Brown. Welcome to another night of high school volleyball action here on the Warrenton Sports Network, where the hometown Warrenton Warriors get set to host the Montgomery County Wildcats. It's been a challenging season for both squads. Montgomery County enters tonight with a record of 1-13-1, while Warrenton sits at 2-12, looking to snap out of a tough stretch and build some momentum. Despite the struggles, history favors the Warriors in this matchup. Warrenton leads the all-time series 11-0, including a straight-set victory the last time these teams met back in 2019. That night ended 3-0 in favor of the Warriors, and tonight they'll look to extend that dominance and ignite a turnaround on their home court. Stay tuned. We've got first serve coming up, and it's time to see which team can rise to the occasion. All right, good news for the Warrenton Warriors. They've got their sophomore outside hitter back off the injured reserve list. She hurt her or broke her arm in the jamboree at the beginning of the season, and Emma Eskew is back, the sophomore, number 2. So good addition for the Warriors here. Looking at the key players for Warrenton tonight, Meredith Donovan is the defensive specialist, and she leads the team with 130 digs. Senior Lila Bartley, she has 102 assists on the year. She's a setter for them. Leading the team in aces is senior defensive specialist and libero Caitlin Hankey. She has 21 aces. And then we have Emma Klaus, sophomore middle blocker. She leads the team in kills with 55 and blocks with 13. And then junior Grace Rudiger leads the team in serving percentage with 95%. Montgomery County, the Wildcats will start off serving first. They're coached by Carly Blale. And the first serve, Warrenton has a tough time with it, and you're going to get a free ball for the Wildcats. They go outside and blocked nicely by Klaus. That was a double block there with Klaus and Eskew. Serving now is Bartley. And she starts the Warriors off on the right foot. 2-0 lead now for Warrenton. Wildcats go back row. And there's junior libero Megan Pearson puts that one away. That gets the Wildcats on the board for their first point of the game. Substitution into the game for the Wildcats, Dakota Marion. She'll serve. She's a junior defensive specialist. Handled by Miller. They go back to Miller. Wildcats go outside, handled by Maya Bays in the back row. Go to Miller again, her kill shot, dug by the Wildcats. They go middle, and Warrenton gets the point on a net ball. 3-1 lead for the Warriors. Emma Eskew serving. Checking into the game for the Warriors, Abby Cackley. Cackley's jump serve in there. Tough serve. And a good start for Emma Eskew at the service line for Warrenton. Four-1 lead here. She serves a floater once again. She finds the hole. Another ace for Eskew. Rocket of a serve from Eskew, and that sails just a little bit long. Side out point for the Wildcats. Chloe Cribb serving now for the Wildcats. Junior middle hitter. Warrenton goes middle to Miller. Dug by Wildcats. They go back row now to Eskew. She fires a kill shot. Wildcats have a tough time handling the pass on that. Point Warrenton. Emma Eskew's got the Warriors off to a good start here into the game for Warrenton is senior middle blocker Zoe Duncan. And serving for the Warriors, Kaylin Hankey. She leads the team in 21 aces. Wildcats go outside and not able to put the kill shot away. Hankey serves over. They go back row, the Wildcats do. Warrenton goes outside to Miller. She kills it. Nice left-handed kill shot from Miller. Nice pass there. 8-2 lead now for Warrenton. She missed the JV game. The JV won the first match, the first game, and then lost the next two in a reverse sweep for Montgomery County. Both games were close that they lost. 9-2 lead now here. Montgomery County was not able to handle the passes. And Warrenton got the next point. 10-2 lead now for the Warriors. Hankey still serving. Back set, tight to the net, and the Wildcats can't handle it. 11-2 lead now. Montgomery County is going to take their first time out. Before you hit the road to the big game, make sure you're driving something you love. Gas Store Chevrolet has you covered for over 28 years. The Gas Store family has been serving Warren, Lincoln, Montgomery, and St. Charles County with honest deals and hometown service. We're not just another dealership, we're the Gas Stores. And the Gas Stores are here full-time, working directly with you on sales, service, and body shop needs. No gimmicks, no hidden fees, just fair prices and a relaxed, friendly environment. From Truesdale to Wentzville, folks drive in for the Gas Store experience. Shop online, swing by for a test drive, and see why we're built for all seasons. Gas Store Chevrolet, where relationships matter and the customer always wins. Gas Store Chevrolet, driven by family, trusted by yours. 11-2 lead here for the Big Red. Caitlin Hankey serving several in a row here. She fires another one in there. That's another ace for the Big Red. And Hankey adds to her team leading aces. Wildcats handle that. They go outside. Warrenton goes to Macy Miller, dug by the Wildcats. They try to go back corner. Eskew's there. Bartley sets middle to Duncan. See, her kill shot is in there for a winner off the hands of the Wildcats. 13-2 lead now for Warrenton. She serves a floater that time. Wildcats handle that. They go back set. Handled by Hankey. Outside to Miller. Her kill shot just misses the back line. Side out point for the Wildcats. Serving now for the Wildcats, Dakota Shipley, the sophomore outside hitter / middle hitter. Hankey digs. Miller passes back to Eskew. Her kill shot is dug by the Wildcats. They try to dink it in the middle. Handled by Warrenton. This time Hankey from the back row. Back row shot from Wildcats. Bartley digs. Free ball for the Wildcats, and they can't handle the pass. 14-3 lead now for Warrenton. Macy Miller to serve into the game for the Big Red, Grace Rudiger. Miller serves from left-handed. Rudiger passes back to Eskew. Another back row spike attempt from Eskew, but that time it finds the net. Substitution for the Wildcats. Kylie Powell checks in. Mika Ray will serve for the Wildcats, sophomore setter. Miller digs. Rudiger passes back. A little miscommunication, but the Big Red handle it. Back set for the Wildcats. Dug by Hankey. Rudiger goes outside to Cackley. Wildcats are Cackley again at the nets. Dug by the Wildcats. Rudiger goes back row to Eskew. Her kill shot. Ooh, that was close. Just missed the back line. 14-5 lead now for Warrenton. Miller with a dig. Eskew goes outside. Cackley bumps it deep. Wildcats have a tough time. They get it over. And they're going to call 4 hits on that for the Wildcats. Side out point for the Big Red. Meredith Donovan checks in for the Big Red. Abby Cackley to serve, the senior outside hitter. Warrenton leads by 10. Wildcats have a tough time with their passing on that serve by Cackley. Point Big Red. Cackley's serve finds the net and trickles over. Free ball for the Big Red. Rudiger goes back to Duncan. Her running kill shot sails a little bit long. Into the game for Warrenton, Maya Bays. The freshman defensive specialist comes in. Chloe Cribbs checks in for the Wildcats. Serving for the Wildcats, Megan Pearson, the junior libero. Her serve sails deep. Side out point for Warrenton. Emma Klaus checks in for the Big Red. Serving for Warrenton will be Zoe Duncan. Middle shot from Chloe Cribbs finds the floor and a point side out for Montgomery County. Substitutions for the Wildcats. Addison Brower, the junior defensive specialist, checks in. Rudiger sets to Eskew. She fires away. Dug by Montgomery County. They go outside. Warrenton has a tough time handling the passes there. Point for the Wildcats. That's sophomore Kira Ray serving for the Wildcats. Her jump serves, dug by Maya Bays. Free ball for the Wildcats. They go outside. Dug by Hankey. Eskew gets it over. Wildcats go middle this time. And Chloe Cribbs gets another kill for Montgomery County. That's 2 in a row for Cribbs. Montgomery County trying to get their way back into it. There was a 10-point lead, now down to 8. Warrenton has a tough time handling that serve. That's several in a row by Ray now. Eskew passes outside to Klaus. Her roll shot sails deep. 6-point lead now for the Big Red. Eskew with the dig. Rudiger passes middle. Handled by Montgomery County. They go back row. Dug by Eskew again. Rudiger passes back row. Bays gets him over. Wildcats go tight to the net. Put away by Klaus. Nice kill shot. 18-11 now for the Warrenton Warriors. Macy Miller checks back in. Grace Rudiger to serve. Rudiger with a dig. And hit out of bounds or out of play by Montgomery County. 19-11 lead now for the Warriors. Wildcats go outside, off the block, dug by Eskew. Rudiger back sets to Miller. Her left-handed kill shot dug by Montgomery County. They go outside. Roll shot goes into the net for the Wildcats. Point Warrenton. Rudiger's got the big red on a roll here. They go outside again. Tight. Klaus gets it over, and a little miscommunication from the Wildcats results in a Warrenton point. (21-11) lead now for the Big Red here in game number 1. Rudiger's floater hits the top of the net, bounces over for an ace. Rudiger showing why she's got a 95% serving percentage. Another good serve. Free ball for Warrenton, dug by Bays. Rudiger goes middle to Klaus, off the block, and point Warrenton as the block goes out of bounds, or out of play, excuse me. 23-11 now for Warrenton. Floater from Rudiger. Wildcats have a tough time with it and get it over on a roll shot and bounces off of Rudiger's hands and out of play. Bartley checks back in for the Big Red. Dakota Marion checks in for the Wildcats. She'll serve. Warrenton leads by 11 here in game number 1. Bartley goes middle to Klaus. And I think we're going to have somebody was into the net. Looks like Montgomery County was into that, so point for Warrenton. Abby Cackley checks in. Eskew to serve. Game point Warrenton here. They lead 24-12. Eskew serves a floater. Liberto for the Montgomery County saves it. Free ball for the Big Red. Bartley goes outside to Cackley. Her shot sails long. Side out and a point for Montgomery County. Well, they did say it was off a touch, and they got a second opinion, and there was a ruling. I thought that was off a touch. So that's game 4, the Big Red. First game goes to Warrenton, 25-12. Whether you're scoring touchdowns or scoring the perfect home, Hunter's Sake Investments is your MVP. From new builds to cozy rentals, we've got winning properties across Warren and Montgomery County. Need commercial space? We've got retail, warehouse, and even the Jonesburg Party Center. Perfect for your next shower, graduation party, or post-game celebrations. Locally owned, family operated, and always playing for the home team. Hunter's Sake Investments, where Missouri finds home. On game day, it's all about teamwork, trust, and heart. At Main Street Real Estate, we bring that same spirit to every home journey. Whether you're buying, selling, or just exploring your options, our hometown team is with you every step of the way. We believe real estate isn't just a transaction, it's a life-changing experience. That's why we stay in constant communication, deliver expert guidance, and work relentlessly to help you reach your goals. Main Street Real Estate, your home team from game day to closing day. Proudly supporting Warrenton athletics and our community. So Warrenton takes game number 1, 25-12. I have to say the spark there from Emma Eskew really gave Warrenton a lift offensively. They're looking to get her the ball not only in the front row and the back row as well. And she did great killing the ball. And kudos to Grace Rudiger for a high percentage of serves at the end of the match or game there that gave Warrenton the victory. Looking ahead, tomorrow we'll be back on the softball diamond, and we'll watch the Warrenton softball team take on the Orchard Farm Eagles in a GAC North battle. And then Thursday we'll be back here for volleyball. And then Friday we'll have our return to David Huff Memorial Stadium as the Warrenton Warriors will take on the Holt Indians. Bartley will serve first for the Big Red. Here we are. Game 2's underway. Great serve by Bartley, dug by the Wildcats. They go outside, and the kill shot there sails deep. Wildcats go outside, and a tremendous kill shot there by Dakota Shipley. She really hammered that sophomore outside hitter, put that one away for the Wildcats. Into the game for the Wildcats, Dakota Marion. And she'll go to the service line to begin. Warrenton goes middle to Klaus, and she puts another one away, showing why she leads the team in kills. She's got 55 kills, and she's got a couple more today. Cackley checks in for Warrenton. Eskew to serve. Rocket of a serve from Eskew. Wildcats go outside, off the block. Point for Mika Ray and the Wildcats. Megan Pearson, the junior libero, will serve for the Wildcats. Into the game for Montgomery County is Reagan Haymeyer, the junior middle hitter. Hankey with the dig. Middle to Miller. Wildcats go outside, and the cross-court shot trickles over the net. Point for the Wildcats. That's Mika Ray with the point and the kill shot. 3-2 lead here for Montgomery County in game number 2. Warrenton gets the ball over. Tough time with a nice serve by Pearson. Wildcats go outside. Dug nicely by Bartley. Miller saves it, but it goes on this side of the antenna. Point to the Wildcats. Good effort from Miller, but just the wrong side of the antenna there. 4-2 lead now for the Wildcats behind the serving of Megan Pearson. And Warrenton gets that over on a little pinball shot. Hankey with the dig. Bartley goes middle to Klaus. She dinks it and finds the donut. Side out and point for the Big Red. Duncan into the game for the Warriors. Hankey to serve. Tough serve from Hankey, showing why she leads the team in aces. That ties it up 4-all here at Warrenton. And that serve finds the net. Side out point for the Wildcats. Serve sails deep, out of play. Substitutions, Rudiger in for Warrenton. For the Wildcats, Addison Brower checks in. Miller to serve for the Big Red. Jump serve, tough. Montgomery County gets it, back row. Rudiger sets in middle to Duncan. And she tries to hit it to the side, but it goes out of play. Abigail Tucker checks in for the Wildcats. Henke with the dig. Rudiger goes back to Duncan. Dug by Montgomery County. They go back row, off the block. Megan Pearson gets the point for the Wildcats. Mika Ray will be serving, sophomore. Her jump serve results in an ace for the Wildcats. 8-5 lead now for Montgomery County, their biggest lead of the match. Ray's serve, dug by Miller. Rudiger goes middle to Duncan, dug by the Wildcats. Rudiger goes back row this time to Eskew. She fires one and it sails long. 9-5 lead now for the Wildcats. 4-point lead. Mika Ray has the Wildcats on a string of points here. And she gets the announcer's curse on that one. That one sails deep. Side out point for Warrenton. Meredith Donovan checks in for Warrenton. Team leader in digs. She'll add a little defensive power for the Big Red in the back row now. Cackley with the serve. Tough serve dug by the Wildcats. They go middle, and a roll shot gets over, and Warrenton can't get the pass under control. Side out point for the Wildcats. Reagan Haymeyer to serve for the Wildcats. Haymeyer is a junior middle hitter. Wildcats lead 10-6 here in game number 2. She fires it and sails out of play. Pearson to check back in for Montgomery County. Klaus for Warrenton. Zoe Duncan to serve for the Big Red. Wildcats go back row. Dug by Duncan. Rudiger sets. Eskew on the outside. Blocked by the Wildcats. That was Chloe Cribbs with the block. She's played well for the Wildcats tonight. Into the game for the Wildcats, Dakota Shipley. Bays in for Warrenton. She digs that. Rudiger passes back row to Bays. We're going to call 2 hits on that. Wildcats get the point. Thank you for the dig. Rudiger sets middle to Eskew. She fires it off the block. Dug by Ray in the back row. Pearson gets it over for the Wildcats. Warrenton goes outside to Eskew. Dug by the Wildcats. They go outside. Bays with the dig. Donovan tries to get it over, but it creeps over on the wrong side of the antenna on the right side again. 6-point lead for the Wildcats. Coach Nelson's going to call a timeout. On the court, it's all about strategy, precision, and execution. Off the court, same rules apply. At Servant Heating and Air Conditioning, we bring our A game to every home and business. With custom solutions, expert installs, and a reputation for getting it right the first time. We're your home field advantage for year-round comfort. Trusted across Warren County, we've got you covered. Home, business, or new construction. Servant Heating and Air Conditioning, where comfort wins every time. So the serving of Mika Ray and the net play of middle hitter Chloe Cribbs has the Wildcat out to a 13-7 lead here in game number 2. Coach Nelson's called the timeout, trying to shift the momentum back to the Big Red and the Warriors. Ray to serve now. Bays with a dig. Rudiger goes back row to Hankey. Her kill shot finds the net. Ray serves a floater. Hankey dives to try to get to it, but she can't control it. That's another ace for Kira Ray. 15-7 lead now for the Wildcats. That serve sails long. Rudiger to serve for Warrenton. Into the game for the Warriors. Macy Miller, second in the team in kills. She'll be in the front row here. Looking to provide an offensive spark. They got Miller and Klaus in the front row. Wildcats go middle. Blocked by Klaus, but the ball finds the hole. That was Chloe Cribbs with another kill shot for the Wildcats. Dakota Marion checks in for Montgomery County. Lila Bartley checks in for the Warriors. Marion will do the serving for the Wildcats. They lead 16-8 in game 2 here. Hankey with a dig. Bartley goes back to Miller. She dinks it. Dug by the Wildcats. They get it over on 3. Bartley goes middle to Klaus. She fires it home. Dug by Pearson to Librero. Hankey with a dig for Warrenton. They go outside to Miller. Passes just a little behind her. Her kill shot finds the net. Bays with a dig. Bartley goes outside to Miller. The left-handed kill shot is dug, but not controlled by Montgomery County. Point for the Big Red. Emma Eskew will serve for Warrenton. Into the game is Abby Cackley. Wildcats set middle, off the block by Klaus, dug by Cackley. Cackley with the roll shot, goes back corner. Pearson digs, but the ball sails out of play. Nice shot by Abby Cackley to get the point for the Big Red. They trimmed the lead to 7 now. Floater from Eskew, dug by Pearson. Montgomery County into the net. 17-11 is the lead for the Wildcats. Wildcats go back row to Pearson. She finds the hole in the middle of the court. Point inside out for the Wildcats, and Pearson will get the serving duties. Haymeyer checks back in for the Wildcats. Cackley with a good dig. Pass from Bartley to Miller. Haymeyer tried to block it. It could not get it over the net. Zoe Duncan checks back in for the Warriors. Hankey to serve. Warriors need to get on a roll. Hankey starts them off with a good serve. Middle to Haymeyer. Dug by Eskew. Bartley goes back to Eskew in the back row. Dug by Montgomery County. Free ball for Warrenton. Bartley goes back to Miller. She tries to find the donut. Wildcats get it over. Bartley goes back to Miller. This time, her left-handed kill shot into the net. 19-12 lead for the Wildcats. Dakota Shipley will serve for the Wildcats. Hankey with the dig. Free ball for the Wildcats. And they can't get it over in three. Side out and point for the Warrenton Warriors. Rudiger checks in. Macy Miller to serve for the Big Red. Miller fires one over. Haymeyer with the kill. Miller gets it over in three for Big Red. Good hustle from the Warrenton defense. I think they're going to get a lift against the Wildcats. Warrenton's within 5 points here in game number 2. Nice dig from Miller in the back row. They go back set to Eskew. She fires one off the dig from the Wildcats, and ball goes out of play. 19-15 is the lead for the Wildcats now. Warrenton creeping back into this one. Another tough serve from Miller. Wildcats go outside. Dug by Hankey. Rudiger sets this one to Cackley. Montgomery County gets it over in three. Rudiger goes middle to Duncan. She sweeps across and knocks the ball out of play. Donovan checks in for the Big Red. Tucker in for the Wildcats. Hankey with the dig on a nice serve by the Wildcats. Rudiger goes outside to Cackley. She hits it off the block. Tight set by the Wildcats. Try a roll shot across the court, and that sails out of play. Warrenton trails by 4, 16-20. Cackley to serve. Warrenton needs to make their move here. Nice serve by Cackley. Free ball for the Big Red. Rudiger goes outside to Eskew. Her dink is dug by the Wildcats. And Haymeyer's shot goes into the net. 3-point lead now. Warrenton edging back into it, and Montgomery County is going to take a TO here. Leading by 3. Need a roof that's built to last? Call the name Missouri Trust, Mike Brown Construction. With 25 years of experience, we deliver top-quality roofing backed by professional service and premium materials. From quick repairs to full installations, we treat every job like it's our own home. Why? Because we're not just contractors, we're your neighbors. And at Mike Brown Construction, your satisfaction is our success. So when it's time to raise the roof, raise your expectations, call Mike Brown Construction, where quality meets integrity. Montgomery County had a big lead here in game number 2, trailing or down 1-0. Warrenton has crept back into it slowly but surely and has narrowed the lead to 3 behind the play and the serve of Abby Cackley. And she finds the back corner, a well-placed serve ace for Abby Cackley. trimming the lead to 2 now. Tight dig there by Montgomery County goes into the net. Another point for Cackley and the Warriors. That time Cackley serve just sailed deep. She tried to go for the left back corner. Cross court and it just missed. Maya Bays comes into the game for the Wildcats is Chloe Cribb. Their hot hitting middle hitter. Reagan Haymeyer will serve for the Wildcats as they lead by 2. Hankey with a dig. And it sails just under the net. Coach Nelson's going to call a timeout for the Big Red. Getting late here in game number 2. Wildcats lead by 3. Champions aren't just made on the playing field or court. At the Missouri Bank, we bring that same spirit to your finances. Since 1939, the Missouri Bank has been the hometown MVP, serving Warren County and beyond with cutting-edge banking and old-school integrity. Our mission, to deliver honest service, loyal support, and a rock-solid defense of your financial future. Whether you're chasing business goals or saving for your next big win, we're here to help you score. The Missouri Bank, rooted in community, ready for tomorrow. Haymeyer still serving for the Wildcats. Coach Nelson and the Warriors coming out of a timeout looking for a defensive stop here. Hankey with the dig. Rudiger goes outside to Eskew. She fires one and finds the back corner. Nice pass there from Rudiger, showing why she leads or second in the team in assists with 60 coming into tonight's game. Eskew with a wonderful kill shot. Zoe Duncan checks in for the Warriors. Getting late here in game 2. Warrenton needs to get on a roll. Zoe Duncan looks to get that started here. Nice serve from Duncan. Wildcats go back row and try a cross-court roll shot. That sails out of bounds or out of play. Warrenton's within 1 late here in game number 2. Another good serve from Duncan. Wildcats go middle this time. Klaus with the block. Team leader in blocks comes up big at the right time for the Warriors. And the Wildcats are going to call a timeout, looking to shift the momentum back to the gray and blue. The Warrenton Sports Network reminds you that at Gas Store Chevrolet, there are no gimmicks, no pressure, just fair prices and friendly faces. That's the Gas Store way every day. From the driveway to game day, Gas Store gets you there. At Gas Store Chevrolet, we just don't sell cars, we deliver victories. Both teams come out of the timeout quickly. Zoe Duncan trying to keep the hot streak going here at the service line for the Big Red. And she does so. Nice serve by Duncan. The Wildcats try to put that way in 2. Once again, their kill shot sails out of play. Warrenton has their first lead of game number 2 at the right time. They lead 23-22. Oh, is that called in or out? They called that out. Well, that was really close. Duncan tried to go straight down the line. All tied up 23-23. Hankey back into the game for the Big Red. Ready to serve. Dug by Bays. Free ball for the Wildcats. Back set, and the kill shot does not go over. Side out point for Warrenton. They lead 24-23, game point for them. Macy Miller checks back in for the Big Red. Grace Rudiger to serve. Game point number 1 here. Nice serve from Rudiger, a little floater. Free ball for the Big Red. Rudiger bumps. Miller goes outside to Eskew. Her roll shot handled by the Wildcats. They go back row to Pearson. She hits it off the block of Klaus, and the ball finds the floor, and we're all knotted up at 24. Lila Bartley checks in for the Warrenton Warriors. In for the Wildcats is Dakota Marion. She'll be serving. Got to win by 2 here. We're all tied up 24-24. Stop here by the Big Red. And the Wildcats hit it into the net. Game point number 2 for the Big Red here in game 2. Abby Cackley checks in. Emma Eskew, the sophomore, will serve. Her jump serve is a rocket. Oh, and it just sails a little bit deep. Back to a 25-all tie. Megan Pearson, the junior, will serve for the Wildcats. Reagan Haymeyer checks in for Montgomery County. Henke with the dig. Eskew with the set. Cackley the roll shot. Goes back row. Montgomery County goes outside. Dug by Henke. Nice dig. Bartley with the set to Cackley. Tight to the net. She hits it off the block. Point for the Big Red. 26-25. Cackley's been a key offensive player here in game number 2 for the Big Red. She's served well, and she's hit well from the front row. Henke, great serve. Bartley goes middle to Duncan. Her kill shot. Dug by the Wildcats. Miller with a dig. Bartley sets back to Miller. She goes cross court and sails out of play. Knotted up at 26. Wildcats dug by Henke. Cackley gets it over. Wildcats go outside. Dug by Eskew. Bartley goes back to Miller. Her left-handed kills. Dug by the Wildcats. They go back row. Henke with the dig. Bartley goes outside to Cackley. Point for Warrenton. Cackley's been big here in game 2. She comes through once again. Macy Miller to serve for Warrenton. Grace Rudiger comes in for the Big Red. Addison Brower in for the Wildcats. Serve goes into the net. Back to a 27-all tie. Donovan subs in for Warrenton. Tucker in for the Wildcats. Mika Ray will serve for Montgomery County. Henke with a dig. Rudiger back row to Eskew. Her kill shot. Dug by the Wildcats, but cannot handle a pass. Nice kill shot from Eskew there. Cackley to serve. Game point for the Big Red. She goes cross court, dug by the Wildcats. And they can't handle it. Cackley gets the final point. And she was a standout here in game number 2 for the Big Red. They win 29-27. Love what you see, fired up about what you hear? Then why not make your brand part of the excitement? At the Warrenton Sports Network, we are more than just play-by-play. We're the heartbeat of local sports, celebrating the athletes, the fans, and the community that makes it all possible. Whether you're a small business looking to grow your reach or a proud supporter of Warrenton Athletics, there's a place for you here. You can reach a passionate local audience. You can support student athletes and hometown pride. We have flexible ad packages for every budget. If you're cheering from the stands, tuning in from home, or just want to see the Warrenton thrive, your support matters. Let's team up and make some noise together. Advertise with us, support the game, grow your name. Contact the Warren County R3 School District office for more information. Looking for your dream home or the perfect rental? Discover it with Hunter's Sake Investments. From charming townhomes to spacious single-family homes, we offer quality living in Warrenton and Montgomery County. Need commercial space? We've got retail and warehouse options in Jonesburg, plus the Jonesburg Party Center. Ideal for showers, graduations, and more. Family-owned, locally rooted, and built on trust, we treat your home like our own. Call Hunter's Sake Investments today, and let's build your future together. Hunter's Sake Investments, where Missouri finds home. All right, Warrenton has taken the first two games, 25-12 in the first, and a much closer game, 29-27 in game number 2, where Warrenton had to claw back from a 10-point deficit. And Abby Cackley's hot serving and outside hitting really led the way for the Warriors in game number 2. Getting set for game number 3. Wildcats will serve first in game number 3. And the jump serve there. It's the first point for the Wildcats. That's Kira Ray. She's been serving well for the Wildcats tonight. Hankey with the dig on a tough serve. Outside to Eskew. Dug by the Wildcats. They go outside. Dug by Miller. Bartley center set for Klaus, and she puts that away off of Pearson. All tied up 1-1. Number 1 killer for Warrenton is Emma Clausen. She showed why on that great set from Bartley. Serves first for the Big Red. Wildcats go outside, and their kill shot goes out of play. Warrenton has their first lead in game number 3 here. Bartley serves a floater. Wildcats have a tough time with it. Bays digs. Bartley goes middle to Klaus again. Dug that time by Pearson. Wildcats go back to Pearson. Dug by Hankey. Bartley goes outside his head to Eskew. She fires one off the top of the net, and that ball finds the court. Nice kill from Eskew. Good set from Bartley. And Bartley gets the serving duties. Off the top of the net, dug by the Wildcats. They go back row to Pearson. Dug by Bartley. Miller sets back row to Hankey. Her kill shot finds the net. Into the game for the Wildcats, Dakota Marion. And she'll be serving for Montgomery County. Miller with the dig. Bartley sets, goes back to Eskew. She goes down the line, and the Wildcats can't handle that one. Eskew with another kill. She's got 2 here in game number 3, and she'll be serving for the Warrenton. Cackley checks back in. Warrenton leads 4-2 in game number 3. The floater from Eskew Wildcats get it over. Cackley's roll shot finds a hole. She picks up where she left off in game number 2. Cackley and Eskew have been playing well tonight for Warrenton, leading the way. 5-2 lead now for the Big Red. Jump serve from Eskew, serves a floater, and it just doesn't get over the net. Hits the top of the net and falls on Warrenton's side of the net. Chloe Cribbs to serve for the Wildcats. And her serve finds the net. Zoe Duncan checks in for the Warriors. Hankey to serve. Her jump serve handled by Pearson. Good looking serve from Hankey though. Roll shot from Montgomery County. And they're saying it's sailed wide. The referees conferred on that one. 7-3 now. Kaylin Hankey to serve for Warrenton. Senior Librero gets it over. Haymeyer off the middle. Miller gets it over for Warrenton. They go outside this time. Wildcats dug by Eskew. Set in the back row to Eskew. Wildcats go outside again. This time dug by Duncan. Bartley sets middle to Duncan. Her kill shot is dug in the back row. But the Wildcats can't handle the pass. 8-3 lead now. 5-point lead, and the Wildcats are going to take a timeout here in game 3. On game day, it's all about teamwork, trust, and heart. At Main Street Real Estate, we bring that same spirit to every home journey. Whether you're buying, selling, or just exploring your options, our hometown team is with you every step of the way. We believe real estate isn't just a transaction, it's a life-changing experience. That's why we stay in constant communication, deliver expert guidance, and work relentlessly to help you reach your goals. Main Street Real Estate, your home team from game day to closing day, proudly supporting Warrenton Athletics and our community. 5-point lead here in game number 3. Warrenton's taken the first 2. Emma Eskew was one of the stars in game number 1. Abby Cackley, one of the stars in game number 2. And those two have been hot here in game 3, as well as Kaylin Hankey's been doing a great job serving. She leads the team in aces, second in digs. And she's serving really well here in game number 3. Wildcats called a timeout, looking to ice her. Let's see if she can keep it going. And she does. Wildcats go outside. Cross-court hit, sails out of play. Hankey serving's got the Warriors on a roll here in game number 3. She fires another one over. A little miscommunication for the Wildcats. That leads to another point for Warrenton. 10-3 lead now, their largest lead in game number 3. Looking to complete the sweep here. Hankey floats one over. Pearson with a dig. They go middle to Haymeyer, and her kill shot sails deep. Wildcats go back row to Pearson. Dug by Bartley. They go outside to Cackley. She fires it off the block, and the ball finds the floor for the Big Red. They continue their roll and their streak here. 9-point lead in game 3. Hankey with a floater. Wildcats have a tough time handling it. Oh, nice dig by Eskew. Bartley hustles and gets it over for the Warriors. They go to Cribbs, dug by Hankey. At the block, toward the net was Haymeyer, and she puts that away. A little joust at the net from Reagan Haymeyer. Gets the side out and a point for the Wildcats. Chloe. No, I'm sorry. That is serve from the Wildcats. Sails deep. That was Dakota Shipley. Rudiger checks in for the Warriors, and Brower for the Wildcats. Macy Miller to serve for Warrenton. Her serve sails deep. Meredith Donovan checks in for the Big Red. Into the game for the Wildcats, Kylie Powell. Ray serves to the Wildcats. Rudiger sets to Duncan. And the Wildcats can't handle Duncan's kill shots. Nine-point lead now for the Big Red. Abby Cackley to serve for Warrenton. Tough serve from Cackley. And the Wildcats hit it into the net on the kill shot. 10-point lead now for the Big Red. Jump serve from Cackley. Goes cross court, dug by the Wildcats. They go back row, and a little miscommunication there again. And Cackley serving well here in game number 3, just like she did in game 2. Wildcats will take another timeout. The Warriors have their biggest lead, 11 points here. On the court, it's all about strategy, precision, and execution. Off the court, same rules apply. At Servant Heating and Air Conditioning, we bring our A game to every home and business with custom solutions, expert installs, and a reputation for getting it right the first time. We're your home field advantage for year-round comfort. Trusted across Warren County, we've got you covered. Home, business, or new construction. Servant Heating and Air Conditioning, where comfort wins every time. Proud to serve the fans of Warrenton Athletics. Wildcats tried to ice Cackley in game number 2, and she melted that ice with her hot serving. She's looking to continue that here in game 3. Another cross-quarter dug by the Wildcats. They go outside. Dug by Hankey. Eskew goes to Rudiger. Her roll shot dug by the Wildcats. They go back row to Pearson. Her kill shot sails deep. Wildcats dig the serve, go outside to Haymeyer. She goes cross court, and that shot sails out of bounds. It's out of play as well. 18 to 5 is the lead now. And this time Cackley finds the net on her serve. Maya Bays checks in for Warrenton. Into the game is Chloe Cribbs for the Wildcats. Serving will be Megan Pearson. Donovan with the dig. Rudiger back sets to Duncan. Her kill shot goes into the net. Point for the Wildcats. Junior Librero, Megan Pearson to serve for Montgomery County. Dug by Hankey. Rudiger goes outside to Eskew. Her dink handled by the Wildcats. They try to find the hole. Donovan's there defensively. Warrenton goes middle to Duncan. And that's going to be too many hits for the Big Red. Pearson's trimmed the lead for the Warriors down to 10. It was 12. And this time her serve finds the net. Emma Klaus comes in for the Big Red. Zoe Duncan to serve for the Warriors. Tough serve from Duncan. Montgomery County gets it over. Rudiger sets to Klaus in the middle. Her kill shot sails long. Hankey comes in for Warrenton. Dakota Shipley checks in for Montgomery County. Hankey digs. Rudiger hustles, gets it back into play. Eskew from the back row. Nice shot from her. Handled by the Wildcats. They try a roll shot, and that goes into the net. 20-9 now. Warrenton leads here in Game 3. Their best percentage server, Grace Rudiger, will be serving for Warrenton, and Macy Miller checks in, the senior hitter. Rudiger, nice serve, dug by Pearson. They go back row this time, and the kill shot goes under the net. Wildcats go outside this time, into the block and onto the floor. Miller and Eskew with the block for the Big Red. 22-9 here in Game 3. Rudiger delivers an ace for the Big Red. She serves a floater this time. Wildcats have a tough time. They go back to Pearson, and her back row kill shot finds the net. Game point now for Warrenton. Rudiger's got Warrenton in position to complete the sweep. Wildcats going to go outside. Rudiger with a dig. Miller gets it over in 2. Pearson goes outside this time for the Wildcats. Off the block. Rudiger digs. Klaus gets it over. Wildcats go middle. Oh, Rudiger tries to dig it. Ball sails out of play. Bartley checks in for the Big Red. And Marion checks in for Montgomery County. They trail by 14. Marion will serve. And her serve goes into the net. And that will end the match here. Warrenton completes the sweep of Montgomery County, 3-0. The final whistle's blown, but your journey's just getting started. At Fastlane, we're all about keeping you moving. Whether it's a quick bite, a fresh brewed coffee, or top-tier fuel, Fastlane delivers fast, friendly service every time. With clean stores and everyday essentials and smiles to match, we are your reliable stop across the region. So wherever the road takes you after the game or any day, refuel your day at Fastlane. Welcome in, folks, to the Fastlane postgame show, your front row seat to all the action and analysis and highlights from tonight's matchup. Powered by Fastlane, where convenience meets speed, and we're breaking down every big play, standout performance, and game-changing moment. Whether you're tuning in from the bleachers or catching us on the go, we've got everything you need to relive the drama, celebrate the stars, and look ahead to what's next. So buckle up, because the Fastlane postgame show starts now. So Warrenton wins tonight in a sweep, 3-0 over Montgomery County. Key players for the Montgomery County tonight were the play of Colby Cribbs at the net, and the serving of sophomore Mika Ray kept the Wildcats in it, especially in game number 2. They were really standouts in game number 2 when the Wildcats jumped out to a quick lead. But, of course, Warrenton did battle back. Warrenton took game number 1, 25-12. Emma Eskew, the sophomore who was injured in the Jamboree at the beginning of the year, was really the offensive spark for Warrenton in game number 1. They won 25-12. Like I said, the kills of Emma Eskew really led the way. And then our number 1 star was Abby Cackley. She was really the star in the comeback in game number 2 for Warrenton. They trailed by a lot, and her outside hitting and serving prowess made her our number 1 star for tonight. So kudos to senior outside hitter Abby Cackley. That's a wrap on tonight's Fastlane postgame show. Thanks for running the court with us through every dig, set, and point scored. From clutch plays to unforgettable moments, we covered it all. And the road ahead looks just as thrilling. Next up, the Big Red will play tomorrow, Tuesday, September 30th at St. Charles West. The next broadcast on the Warrenton Sports Network will be tomorrow when we return to the Diamond as the Big Red take on the Orchard Farm Eagles. Until then, this is Keith Brown reminding you to stay fast, stay sharp, and we'll see you in the Fast Lane.